Wrestling is dead. WWE is dead. Gigi Dolin's NXT career is dead. And for a moment, it looked like she wanted to follow in their footsteps. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling, a channel that is certainly not dead. We're like Hulkamania, brother. We will never die. No matter how much we get booed, no matter how much some sad guy out there comments Fog Jobber Wrestling in every video, we ain't going away.
I'll never retire. Well, I might one day, I'll be honest, but not today, rogue.
I'll retire when McMahon decides to kick the bucket. Anyway, speaking of kicking the bucket, former WWE star, aka Priscilla Kelly, has deleted a social media post that worried a lot of her fans. Since then, she's come out and, I mean, it looked like she was going to apologise for this tweet, but then she decided just to, double down and say, well, you know what, I did say that, but pretty much you guys made me say it. So, of course, no accountability, as per usual, in the wrestling. And I don't even think it's a wrestling thing. I think it's more of a life thing. I don't know if not sure if it's a generational thing. I think it's just more of the times that everyone seems to have this victim. And is it maybe more with this kind of generation? And does it happen more in wrestling and other sectors? Yeah, but why is that? I'd say it's because wrestling now attracts just pathetic, mentally weak people. That's the kind of people watching it, and that's the kind of people in the business. It fucking is what it is.
Yep.
I mean, you look at what Corey J would say the other day. It's like, when did guys in the 80s, like, you were judged, it was a looks, it was a, like a visual business. Like, you're obviously going to be judged on your physical appearance, and these people just never survived in the 70s, 80s, 90s, or whatnot. But anyway, what did Gigi Dolin say? What did she delete? This is what she said. Quote, "Maybe I should just KMS. Don't worry, I'll be face down, ass up in the casket for you guys." End of quote. So, KMS stands for kill myself. Doesn't stand for kilometers per second.
Let me just address something. What's happened in like the last 10 years that you can't say kill yourself? You have to say self-deletion or that pish. What is that? What is that? Explain. You're the big man, you know.
I think it's just because like suicide became such a big thing.
Suicide, they had to change manic to suicide.
Yeah, that was pathetic. And
no.
Any sort of reference to that, it's almost like you're mocking or being disrespectful. So, but I mean, it's always been a thing. It's like if your favourite sports team gets battered, like I mean, if you turn on the Super Bowl to watch your team and they get beat 40-0, it's like you might turn around and say, "Fuck, I'm going to kill him," but you don't mean it like it's a figure of speech.
It's hyperbole, baby.
But for some reason, we're not allowed that anymore.
Yeah, but I think suicide jokes are a great part of comedy. Well,
WWE doesn't do comedy in the world.
We watched 2003 fucking Raw, man. And Freddie Blassie, literally, no word to lie.
Eric Bischoff said he's got something interesting to do.
Aye.
And Freddie Blassie turns and says, "You're going to kill yourself?"
You're going to hang yourself, Eric.
I mean...
And then 2 weeks later, sadly, Freddie Blassie died. But right until the end...
Karma.
That guy was... Karma, but that guy was burying.
Yeah, but he's from a completely different generation.
1918, he was born.
What a guy. Anyway, this is what Priscilla said after she deleted the post. She said the following, quote, "I tweeted out of hurt. I was being dark and sarcastic, not literal, but I understand it landed heavy. Getting mocked and sexualized when you're trying to rebuild something you love breaks a piece of you. I'm not broken, but I'm also not bulletproof. Like most of you, I'm doing the best I can, and my top priority right now is being creative, improving every day, and having fun in wrestling again." End of quote. So that's what she had to say. Again...
Talks about being sexualised, but literally said in the tweet, "Oh, I'll be face down, ass up in the casket for you." I mean, what's that then?
I mean, it is possible that maybe that was in, referring to some of the so-called sexualised tweets or whatever that she was getting thrown against her, but this is someone that, like, I don't know if she's done OnlyFans. Maybe she has, maybe she hasn't. But she's done, like, a lot of fucking photo shoots. And she sexualizes herself.
Yep.
So, I mean, fucking is what it is. I believe this is the same loser that in a fucking indie match took out a bloody tampon and shoved it in someone's mouth. So, I mean, Yeah.
I don't need to know that, brother. But
Bit of a fucking weirdo there,
but no, it's also hilarious. It's like they'll happily profit off it, but but they're like fucking Big Show with the face heel turns,
I
aren't they?
guarantee you she'll be on OF within the next 6 months. It's going to happen.
It's a good get out of jail free card.
She'll be tag teaming with Cora Jade, but it's like, I mean, hold on, like Cora Jade says the same shit. Like, you're the one that went and got a boob job. You're the one that is doing all these like half naked, photo shoots.
Aye, of course. But again,
If if you didn't want to be sexualized, you wouldn't be doing that shit. Like, you can't be Cora Jade and create an OnlyFans and then complain about being sick. You just can't. It's just not possible. You can't. It's not right. You know, it'd be like going out and killing someone and then asking people not to call you a murderer. It's like it doesn't work that way.
no, I know. Of course, you're totally right. I mean, I guess there's other examples like Kurt Angle. He doesn't like being called Perk Angle because that was a tough period of his life. But at the same time, it's like he still did it. It was a period of his life he may not appreciate being reminded of it, but sadly for Kurt, he still did it.
Yep.
That's what people are reminded of when they see like TNA Kurt Angle doing all these mad dives and moonsaults. Doesn't need to be pleasant, but it still happened.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Molly Holly. She was someone that never wanted sexualized and never wanted to do bra and panty matches, and she never did do any of them, and she never done any of these like super revealing photo shoots or anything like that. And for the most part, I mean, everyone, when they think of Molly Holly, they think of her for her wrestling ability and her career. They don't think of her for being this, like model person. Even though she was very attractive, they don't think of her as being this like pin-up model or whatever, showing her skin and all that shit. So, how how you portray yourself and how what you show is like how you interact and your experiences. That's how you're going to be judged. You know what I mean? Like if you're like Molly Holly and you focus more on your career and you want to be like treated as a serious wrestler, if you respect yourself and you treat yourself that way, then that's how most people are going to see you. But I mean, if you're like a Cora Jade or a Priscilla Kelly and you're literally doing photo shoots every week with your fucking ass out, then that's what people are going to remember you for, and that's what people are going to associate with you. Who's going to associate great technical wrestling with Priscilla Kelly? Absolutely nobody.
Nobody? No, you've hit it nail on the fucking head there. No one's going to ever associate that with it, man. That's the reality. But you know what? See in NXT and probably the women in general, I mean, they try and just one-up each other. They all try and like wear attires that are revealing, and then when the going gets tough, they blame the fans.
Yeah, it's like, you look at Rhea Ripley, like, she's always fucking showing her ass off, and she plays up to that shit, she wants all these simps to love her, that's why she's getting popular. But at the same time, it's like, she'll come out and, like, bash people, and it's like, well, if you want to be treated as a serious wrestler, you wouldn't dress like that, and you wouldn't, like, appeal to all these fucking simps that are marking out over your pictures online, so it's... You reap what you sow at the end of the day, innit?
I feel like Val Phoenix fucking greeting about, you guys, I was a porn star, but I acted as a porn star, and that's all you see me as. You see me as big dirty Val with the white towel. Hello, ladies. You know what I mean? But no, Val Phoenix is a real fucking man. You know what I mean? It takes accountability. Well, I say it takes accountability. He doesn't give two fucks because you know what? He's actually got a fucking head on that doesn't have any screws loose, like that Fanny Lance Storm. I'll bash him, all right. But as for Priscilla Kelly,
yeah, but Val Phoenix was playing a character. He was playing a porn star character. Gigi Dolin and Cora Jade, they weren't playing We're OnlyFans characters or we're supermodels. That was not their fucking character. They didn't even have characters. They just showed off their body. I mean, it's not like Val Phoenix. There's a big difference. I don't think that's fair to try and throw Val Phoenix in with these people.
No, it's not. But I was trying to think of a male that showed themselves off, and he was like the only guy I could think of. But you're right, it was. I mean, maybe Big Dick Johnson, but. Yeah, you're right. But that's a character.
No, but like Kelly, for example, was an exhibitionist. That was her fucking character. It's like that's why she was very revealing. But I mean, these people, their characters aren't exhibitionists
Hulk Hogan's TNA themes just keeps blasting on my laptop.
That's us getting bloody demonetised.
Don't worry about it. But what was the straw that broke the camel's back here? What made her post this, or was it just a compilation of too many people sexualising her?
She probably posted a picture of her ass and someone's commented on it, and someone says, probably someone says, you look good, but you've not got the ability to be a double. You know, it'll probably be something along those lines, and I guess like the truth hurts. Who fucking knows there? But
it's pathetic though. It's like she said it, then realised, oh wait, you can't joke about that or say that in 2025. I need to cover my tracks here. I need to blame everyone. I can't take accountability for myself. It's pathetic. And also, the whole suicide thing, man, 2025 is pathetic because a lot of people leave their families behind, kids and shit like that. I'm not saying everybody that does it has family or kids, but it's a cards.
I've no respect for it, man.
It gets glorified far too often, man.
See, if you've got, like, young children and you're leaving them behind, that's pathetic.
No, it is.
I don't care what kind of condition you're in. It's not right.
No, totally. I mean,
here, I'm not saying that I'm not saying if you're like a loner and you know your life's bad and you've got absolutely nothing. I'm not saying that, but there's more on the line. I'm sorry, there's just more at stake when you have family and you've got parents will always like there's this thing. It's like parents like never expect to see their child go before them, and I know like when you think of someone doing it. You kind of your first thought is kind of their kids that they're leaving behind, but also has a massive effect on the parents because parents will just they never really look at that scenario where their child's going to go before them.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that, but I'd
say they never get over that. Like,
no, of course they wouldn't. They'd be like, well, why
see if your parents are like 50 and you're like 25 and you do that. See if they live to their 75. I'd say there's not a day goes by over the next 25 years where they don't maybe feel like guilt or something like that. It's like, oh, could I have done more or what did I not do to growing up, for him to feel that way. So
but then they whip it. Oh, they weren't in the right mental state to think about their selfishness and stuff like that. Let's call a spade, man. See all the controversial or not. See all this pish that you get these days about men's mental health and you need to speak up and speak out. Stop telling people to man up. The fucking real men of the past never did it, man. You know what I mean? Talked about their feelings. Now, what happened to the strong silent type? The Gary Coopers, as fucking Tony Soprano would say. It's pathetic. It fucking is. I've always called it out since day one, and I'm not going to backtrack here for the sake of this shitey YouTube channel. That's the bottom line. Fucking rip the shirt off, brother. No, honestly, it gets fucking glorified.
Fog wrestling run wild.
It's insane, right? I know it might be a wee bit different with Benoit, but let's take Daniel and Nancy at the situation. See if Benoit just hung himself with the weightlifting machine. There'd be fucking That music, yeah, what's that song called? The Memory Will Never Die, Benoit.
Leave the memories alone.
You know, it'd be him and Guerrero at the end of Mania 20. He hung himself. Dun, dun, memories. Daniel and Nancy still alive. You know what I mean? They'd be fucking It'd be in the Hall of Fame. They'd have a wing. They'd have a fucking noose dedicated to Benoit.
Yeah, but you know what, man? Benoit, he did have that brain issue, like.
But I'm taking...
Could almost forgive Benoit for doing it. It's like, these people are just looking for attention. And that's all it is. That's all it is.
Yo, Chris Canyon, right? He killed himself. There's other guys in the business that have killed themselves, right? And this isn't me being heartless or whatever, but I don't think we should overly glorify...
No, because then you're just, you're making other people that are maybe in a bad mental way think, oh Christ, look, he done it, and people are praising him, and maybe I should do it.
I love Chris. I say love Chris. I see Chris Canyon, WCW, WWE, short run. I enjoyed his work, right? But I'm not going to sit here and say, "Oh, Chris Canyon, man, that's absolutely tragic." Tragic's like a car accident. Owen Hart, things like that. See people that take their own life by choice. It's their choice. If they want to truly do it, then go ahead. But see if they've got family and people that care about them and there's going to be consequences to their actions, they shouldn't do it.
Yeah, you got to think about others but yourself.
Aye, and I view it as weak. That's the reality. But for whatever reason, man, seeing like the last couple of decades, it's almost like if you kill yourself, you're on this like pedestal where you cannot be touched. Like, oh, you don't you dare question him, brother. You know, no, I just don't get it. Across the board, it goes beyond wrestling. It's almost fabricated into modern society now.
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's not a good thing. Like I just refuse to believe. I just don't understand why it is like people are so like sympathetic, and it's like you said, it's almost like it's maybe it doesn't get praised, but it doesn't get judged, and it's a wrong thing to do. Therefore, it should be judged, and it should be criticised because it's not right.
Yeah, like, I'm not saying
If you go to a doctor, they will never advise you to do that. Do you know what I mean? Like, no, if you try and get help of someone, no one's ever going to give you that advice. It's the wrong thing to do. But when people do it, it never really gets called out for being wrong. It's like, oh, but you don't know what they were going through, and that's almost like a green light for maybe other people who are in a similar situation to maybe do it. And I think that's wrong. I think if you criticise people for self deletion, then it would put others off. It maybe wake people up and go, no, look, what he done wasn't right. There's other ways for me to channel my feelings or whatnot, or get help for what I'm currently experiencing and feeling. So I think it's wrong. But anyway, not to be a long-winded rant here, but Gigi Dolin's apologised for this, but then kind of blamed it on people that were sexualizing her and mocking her and stuff like this. It's like,
was he promoting?
Either apologise, right, or fucking don't. It's not a big deal. I mean, I personally wouldn't care if it was a joke. See, if it was a throwaway comment, wouldn't care. But see, I think when you apologise and then you follow it straight up with "but," I'm sorry, but this happened. I'm sorry, but they made me. To me, it's bullshit, man. It's fake.
Yeah, but see, like the over glorifying of suicide and stuff like that, self deletion, right, and all that stuff. It promotes like mental health issues. It almost like normalizes it to a point, and it's like, how many incidents do you see across the world that mental health problems have skyrocketed over like the last couple of decades? You look at all these incidents, I genuinely believe, not every single one, but if you're willing to take your own life, you see a lot of people that get into shootings, school shootings, they end up shooting themselves at the end after they've killed people. It shouldn't be one of those things. It's actually, I just don't understand it, man. And it happens every time. It's like, so it's almost like if you joke about it, you're actually worse than the person committing it. And I don't understand that.
Don't understand it. Anyway, brothers, don't do it. It's the wrong thing to do. I personally don't really care if Gigi Dolin joked about it. If it was a joke, then that's fine. But I think it's just a bit, weak that she comes out and apologises, but then blames it on other people. So if you want to apologise for something, I don't think she needs to. But if she wants to apologise for something that she said, then fucking woman up and actually apologise. Don't give a half-ass apology, then blame it on others. Take responsibility, take accountability, and that is pretty much it, guys.
That's the lesson from Fog Russ.
Aye, till next time.
Don't tan your wrists.
Peace.